o bolo do Minecraft. Será que dá pra fazer ou será que ele vai inventar uns bagulho absurdos? Será que ele vai fazer só um bolo normal do formato? Parando pra pensar, agora esse vídeo pode ser um pouco idiota, né? O cara pode simplesmente fazer um bolo quadrado. Agora eu parei pra pensar, não parece mais tão legal. Ai, meu lanche saiu pra entrega. Ué? É do mesmo cara que fez a banana do Bob Esponja? Parece, né? A banana do Bob... A banana do Bob Esponja não, porra. Fala direito. Qual é, velho? Tá aí, tá tirando, velho.
Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of
Parece, né? Mas eu acho que não é, mano. Não é.
The cake from Minecraft, which is made with only a few ingredients, among which are wheat, a bucket of milk,
Um
and
baldinho.
eggs. One egg to be precise.
Pera, ele vai fazer um...
Move over to our crafting
Ele vai
table,
fazer com a
place
quantidade de
one
ingrediente
by
do
one,
Minecraft. Ele não tem
wheat
coragem.
on top, followed by one sugar in the left, one egg in the middle, and another
Ele não tem
sugar on
coragem.
the right.
Ele não tem
On the
coragem.
bottom to finish, we have 3 buckets of milk.
Mentira.
Alright, everything seems to be in order, and go. And craft. Okay, this... Do the thing. You're supposed to do the thing. It's
Ele
not,
não tem coragem de fazer com isso aí.
usually just click the button and it's done. Okay, it looks like I have to do this the real way. Let's first try to make this cake with the ratios given by the Minecraft recipe. So in this wooden bowl I've made with 3 planks. I'm going to mix in 100 grams of eggs with
pô. Eu achei que ele ia fazer com a quantidade de coisa que o...
I'm
Porra.
adding in 300 grams of milk, stirring that in, and then adding 300 grams of flour. This reflects the ratio outlined in
Pô,
the
que
crafting
susto,
table
mano.
recipe. 1 part egg, 2 parts sugar,
Pô, que pote
3 parts
bonito,
flour,
mano.
and 3 parts milk.
Como pode um
Just
pote
like
ser
many things in
bonito, velho?
Minecraft, this cake is
Olha
a
lá.
beautiful cube
O
shape.
pote mó
So
bonito,
I'm pouring
velho.
this
Que é
batter into a
isso?
square greased cake pan, baking this at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And this cake's not looking so good.
Ô, o bolo ficou... Ficou com a altura de um brownie, mano. Qual é,
There's
velho?
no leavening agent whatsoever. Kinda looks more
Cara, é
like a
impossível que ele não
square
vai fazer
cake
mais de
than
uma...
an actual cake. Let's cut it open, see how it tastes. Let's take a look.
Tá parecendo uma polenta, velho.
Look at the cross section here. Ooh, ow, that burns. Tastes like a pancake. So it seems like following
Pô, na moral, isso aqui não deve tá bom não, mano. O bolo tá muito feio, velho.
the game recipe is not the best course of action. However, we will not let this cake go to waste. So we're gonna have some fun with the leftovers later. But we're now gonna proceed with a more traditional cake recipe. To make those signature red squares on top of the cake, I decided to make a sweet berry coulis.
Pera, o
Sweet berries
quê?
can be found all throughout Minecraft on thorny berry bushes, which
Ele é
to me
gatão.
means
Oi,
that they're raspberries,
se
which is
controla,
why
hein?
I'm combining 12 ounces of raspberries
Mano, o
in a
bolo deve
medium
tá com mó
saucepan
cara de
with 2.5
sola de
ounces of sugar and
sapato.
about juice of 1/2
Sapato?
of a lemon. The
Sapato.
raspberries will start to break down with the sugar and the heat, and once there are no big chunks left, I'm taking
Não é
this
morango
off
no bolo
and
do
straining
Minecraft,
this
não?
through a sieve to create a nice glossy red, beautiful berry mixture.
Ó,
And to
mas
set
ficou
this
bonito.
mixture, I'm combining a packet of powdered gelatin with about 1/2 ounce of sugar and sprinkling this
gelatina.
mixture right on top of the raspberry stuff.
Sempre quis
Making
provar
sure to stir the gelatin
framboesa.
mixture
Tinha uma
while it's
árvore na minha
still
escola.
warm so that it can dissolve properly.
Tem nada
And once
demais.
that's been done, this gets poured onto a nice silpat mat, spreading it out using the help of gravity and set to chill
Mas
in the
que
refrigerator.
porra esse cara tá
Getting a little
fazendo?
tired of my character's skin though, so I'm gonna swap out real quick.
Ó.
Alright, now that I've turned into dark mode Alvin, it is time to make the actual cake itself.
Ah, agora é que vem o bolo. Aquele era o bolo com a quantidade de ingredientes do Minecraft. Ele vai fazer o bolo cru agora.
Grams of whole eggs, 140 grams of egg
Agora
yolks,
eu
240 grams of
confio.
whole milk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla paste.
Peço perdão se
Whisk
em
to
algum
combine all
momento
the
eu
liquid
desconfiei.
ingredients in the bowl first.
Mas se fizer
Then
outro
I'm
bolo daquele eu vou ficar
combining
bolado.
550 grams of cake flour,
Ah, entendeu? Bolado. Ah, foi sem querer.
550 grams of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder,
Parabéns,
and
Harry.
2
Feliz
tablespoons of
aniversário.
in a stand mixer and combining until smooth.
E o
Then, as if
fermento?
we're almost making a pie
Por isso que o...
crust,
Ah,
we're
o outro não
mixing
tinha
first the
fermento,
dry
por isso que ficou uma
ingredients,
bosta.
340 grams of softened
Caralho,
unsalted
quanta
butter
manteiga.
to make it a little pebbly of sorts. Oh,
Nossa.
not spilling while you're baking, you're just baking. We're slowly adding 1/3 of our liquids. Once 2 more additions of 1/3 liquid have been introduced, we are now at
Beleza.
3/3 of our liquid mixture incorporated. And we can transfer our finished batter into the same square baking pan.
Tá meio... Tá meio...
Cake batter has now passed the quality control test. I'm throwing this cake into a 350-degree oven until it's
Tá com cara de tá pesado.
around 60 to 70 minutes.
Mano, que susto, eu achei que esse era o bolo.
It is now time to address the maybe it will work cake from earlier. So from the leftovers we have earlier, I'm slicing this cake-like bread into more
Cara,
stick-like
esse
shapes.
bolo aí tá
Pretty
sem
satisfying,
condições,
if I say so
mano.
myself. And in a large pan, we're gonna heat up a lot of butter. I'm not gonna say a little bit because it's a lot, and then throwing in all of the sticks from our
Esse
maybe
primeiro bolo tá sem
I like to
condições,
arrange them in
mano.
an even layer so they get an even layer of browning on all sides. Once they're looking nice and toasty, I'm drizzling in who knows how much maple syrup. But I do add a hefty pinch of salt, because honestly, these are leftovers. They're just for fun. There's no measurements. And as the syrup reduces, the butter starts to brown, and everybody becomes good friends. We now have essentially what I like to call caramelized French toast sticks, turning slightly dense and chewy bread cake stuff into more fluffy yet crispy on the outside sticks of fun. Usually food experiments can sometimes often end up
Isso aí
in
deve
trash.
tá
I'd like to
pesadaço
turn
por
them into
dentro,
something
velho.
more fun. Oh yeah, that's pretty fun. And needless to say, Steve took home every single one. Thanks, Steve. With the studio smelling like all the good things in the
esse
world,
parece
the
um
cake is
bolo.
now ready to be removed. It smells really
Lembro
good.
do
And
bolo cu.
wait, I think I hear it making some sounds. Oh, that's a creepy sound. Oh, hi, Andrew.
Oxe,
We have
chegou
a
mó
lot of sticks,
galera.
too. After making sure that our cake is indeed done in the center,
Esse tá com
it's
cara
now
de
time to
bolo.
flip it over and marvel at the perfectly square edges.
Quadradinho, cara.
One last step to make the pieces
Quadradinho,
as
cara.
Minecraft as possible is to trim off any bit of the top that does not resemble a perfectly flat edge. You best believe we ate all
Agora
these scraps
sim.
too. The final component for our Minecraft cake is the white frosting seen on top. So to begin, we're going to start by
bagulho tipo
combining
de
2 ounces
açúcar.
of water with 7 ounces of sugar in a pot until it's reached a
Pô,
boiling
esse
point.
termômetro aí
This
é
is our
coisa de quem
syrup.
sabe o que tá fazendo,
Meanwhile,
mano.
in a stand mixer, I'm whipping 6 large egg yolks until they've reached a nice pale ribbony
Mano, ainda tô
consistency.
encafifado que eu
Once our
não vi
syrup is not
fermento no
hot
bolo,
but
velho. Como
warm, I'm
pode?
pouring that in while whipping the egg yolks at the same time. We're essentially
Acho que eu
making
só não
egg
vi
yolk
mesmo.
meringue here, whipping this on a medium-high speed until the entire mixture has cooled to room temperature. And just like making an enriched dough like a brioche, I'm slowly adding in about 4 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, waiting for our egg mixture to
Mano,
eat up all the
muita
little butter
manteiga, hein,
before I
amigão?
add a bit
Que
more.
isso?
Kinda like feeding me
Foi
as a
uma
kid.
inteira,
You
tá
only
chegando
can
na
give it a
metade.
little bit at a time,
2 barras de
because
mangueira.
who knows where it's gonna go.
3 barras.
Once the eggs have completely consumed all the butter and is very happy, I'm flavoring the buttercream with about 1 teaspoon
3
of
barras
vanilla
de
extract
manteiga.
and half a teaspoon of salt. And in the game, the frosting is white, so we're gonna fold in about
3
6
barras de
ounces of
manteiga.
melted white chocolate. We are now going to give our cake a little booster seat so I can comfortably spread a lot of this buttercream right
Mano,
on
mas tá
top.
quadradinho, meu irmão.
But I am trying to
Playgu,
get it
obrigado
into
pelo
as
seu
clean
sub,
and
mano.
sharp of a
Tamo
cube-like square
juntasso, velho.
flat shape as much as possible to resemble the pixels in the game. In order to get those
Oh, mas tem que
super
deixar
sharp clean
ele-
edges, we decided to chill and freeze our cake for about an hour or so to let the frosting set up and then cut back into it to get nice, clean, sharp edges. Once we're
Ah,
satisfied
tá,
with the
entendi,
frosting shape, it's
entendi.
now
Por que
time to carefully
cozinhar
and
não,
strategically
congelar.
place on our sweet berry squares. We're delicately arranging these red squares as close to the game as possible, carefully
Ah.
slicing, nudging, and placing as to not disturb its perfectly square-like properties. And I present to you, even though not game recipe
Ah, é
accurate,
legal,
a
vai, é
version
legal,
of cake
legal,
from
bonitinho,
Minecraft.
bonitinho.
A sturdy yellow cake base with a white
Deve
top
tá
with
ruim? Com certeza, deve tá com gosto de nada, mas
yellow
ficou
cake frosting
bonitinho.
topped with sweet berry coulis squares. Let's take a slice, shall we?
Meu
I do
Deus,
gotta
olha o
say,
jeito.
that is probably one of the most satisfying cross sections I've ever seen. Those square and clean edges are just
Congelado, sem recheio, tá seco, deve tá muito triste.
something else.
Puta que
Something that you
pariu.
probably only find in
Assim, ó,
Minecraft.
fatiazinha, assim deve ser stonks. Assim deve ser suave.
But how does it taste? Quite good. I think the sweet berry on top really ties the whole thing together and makes sure that the buttercream and the cake aren't too overbearing. I am quite hungry though, so you'll have to excuse me while I finish this entire cake by myself. Let me just go ahead and eat this.
Da hora pra caralho.
7 slices to finish the whole thing. And wow.
Caralho, muito da hora,
I am
muito da
pretty
hora.
full. I feel good, but I think I'm ready to go take on the Ender Dragon. Now where did my diamond pickaxe go?
Thanks again to Squarespace for
Foda.
sponsoring today's episode. They've been a great
Deve ter
partner in
gostinho
supporting that
de-
extraordinary universe and bringing my
Tá ligado?
websites to life.
Quando você
From
faz
websites to
enchimento de
online
sofá?
stores to domains and analytics,
Da hora.
Squarespace is the
Gostei.
all-in-one platform for you to build your online
Gostei.
presence. They also have
Incrível.
SEO tools so that your site is getting found and searched by more people more often.
Caralho,
if you want to try it
foda.
for yourself, you can start your free trial today.
Bonitinho ficou, né, mano? Gostei da voz dele. Vocês são tudo safado, mano.